Welcome everyone, Costin here with my playthrough of Age of Charlemagne on the legendary difficulty for Total War Attila. He might as well be holding a bald eagle in his hand. But I guess an owl is awesome too. Is he Harry Potter or something? Or trying to be Harry Potter? Oh boy. I'm not sure if Charlemagne actually ever did that, or holding an owl in your hand is that big of a deal. Or was ever that big of a deal. Certainly isn't today. Anyway, there's various factions. Germanic, various kingdoms. You know, there's only one kingdom in England. Hey, this is just a few decades before the events of Vikings, the TV show. So if you're into that, you know, you might want to play the Danes, basically the Vikings. Though I believe King Horik was a Dane, if I'm not mistaken, in the show. Anyway, let's begin.
Your ancestors made the Franks powerful, Charlemagne, but you...
Great Assembly would like to pat themselves on the back with this game. How about I dive right into some of the biggest problem I ever had with Attila? This bullshit. You know, I play on Legendary because the AI is too incompetent to pose a proper challenge on a lower difficulty. And it needs the bonuses. I'm not playing on Legendary to have -8 public order and to start with all my settlements going negative from the first fucking turn. Whoever thought of that is a bloody imbecile. But then again, this is Creative Assembly, so if anyone's surprised by that particular point, don't. Quite frankly, don't. You shouldn't be. Anyway, you know, I'll deal with that. So, lots of people. Lots of fucking people. I'll need to get an army. Actually, several armies. Like, here I'm at war with Angria in Westphalia. Westphalia is actually a bigger threat because they have more powerful troops, but Angria is not that far off. I'm gonna get some spearmen, some archers, all of that stuff, and I will raise some forces here as well under Anselm, and that should do it. And I put him right there. I get all these mercenaries. I will need every single one of them because I will have a battle to fight, and a battle that I need to win, by the way. Also, like, I started with a decent amount of coin, though buildings are very fucking expensive in this bloody game. I think I can afford to buy these guys and still afford a chapel. Not sure if I should limit myself to just this, though. Is it worth getting a chapel if it means denying the enemy the ability to get their mercenaries early on? I don't know. Well, first off, let's see diplomatic relations, basically, with the whole fucking thing. Let's see about this duchy. If I can get with them, then that's great. Fair. There we go. Because this gives me access to Sicily, which in turn also, you know, gives me more money. Then that gives me access to these guys, which gives me even more money. It's strategic thinking. You know, you can try this. You can check these things out. Though Charlemagne will refuse your offer for some reason in that situation. If you go for someone else first, you can get him to actually agree. You know, this is like, it's not chance. It's something that's gonna happen every time you start the game if you do it in a particular order. I don't know why, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. All right, let's see about Charlemagne. You would give me, yeah. Let's try again with the payment. Well, I'll get the next turn, it's no big deal. Brittany?
I welcome you, worthy speaker.
Yeah, you know, in the long run it was worth it more because I gained 175, I gained 200, and I gained 72. Like, I would not have been able to get Benevento to trade with me, and that meant I would not have gotten Provence or Sicily. The theme of Sicily. Okay, I do have an ally here for some reason. Here. Who apparently are quite loyal to me, actually. Right? They're defensive, though. You can't really expect them to help you out, because they actually don't start next to my enemy, anyway. Oh, and by the way, Bavaria, before I forget about these guys. It's not much, but it will grow over time. These guys won't trade with me. Charlemagne won't trade with me. Fuck him, by the way. Oh, you don't have military access with him. Like, the two brothers weren't too happy with each other. The Charlemagne was much younger than Charlemagne. So, well, not much younger, just about a decade or so. Anyway, so that's with my initial moves there. Still have some money. Should I spend it? Fuck it, I will, I guess. I will have to build the chapels, by the way, because chapels increase public order in nearby provinces, and they increase public order in the province they're in by quite a bit. So I'm gonna get all this all these units. Right here, I also have a priest, and let's start spreading the word of God, because we need religion. And you may still assign a provincial governor, which reminds me that I have forgotten about one particular point, which is to gain control. Hold on. Before I forget, secure support and get some adoption done, right? Governor. Could try. I need a control, by the way, because if I lose control, if I don't have enough people in my family, then I will just lose it. The negatives of losing control, basically, are big. So every time, okay, they'll pay me for it, even I would have agreed anyway, but hey, if you want to pay it, that's oh. Nasty affair, isn't it? Let's try reloading. Come on, give me the ability to... Yes, yes. You technically should... Right. My wife failed me, but the adoption did go through. Alright. That doesn't much matter. I mean, I could defeat the Agrian forces, try to at any rate. Not sure if I'd do it though, if I'd manage it. That's a bit different, isn't it? Okay, I'll try that later, but for now the Westphalians do need to be defeated. Angrians, not so much, but Westphalia does need, because otherwise they'll take Utrecht and just march in my territory and there's no army to oppose them. I need these armies to win. If you lose these battles early on, one thing I found out, just restart really. It's like just one turn, you just take the actions at that first turn. It's not like there's a lot to do. You can also reload a save even on legendary. Well, since I wanted more melee than range, then they beat me in terms of range numbers. I'm gonna go with melee, and I am going to set myself as far away as possible from them because I want to be able to tire them out, essentially. So that should work, right? Yeah, delicious, delicious. There we go, and I'm deploying those javelins to the side with the idea of hitting the enemy in the back once they charge my infantry line. Though I will need to adjust this. There we go. Let's begin. And this is where the garrison will arrive.
Good news! Additional forces have arrived!
I'll use whistling arrows. They've changed the balance, by the way, quite a bit in terms of cavalry. Don't think you will be able to do the same stuff you were doing in the main game here. Things have been changed quite a bit. Not necessarily for the better. Total War still sucks dick on that particular level, on a balance level. How does it make sense that cavalry would be taken down by archers in seconds. It's like the accuracy of ranged weapons in this game is terrible. It's ridiculous. Like, what they've done is that they've made it so that if you have heavy armor or anything like that, or if you're fighting an infantry line, then the range casualties you'll take will be low. But, this is big but, if you don't have armor, you'll die very quickly to ranged units. I understand ranged units need to be useful, but, you know, maybe you would consider working more on morale. I think Ultimate General Gettysburg does a phenomenal job in being able to tackle the issue of something like Total War, because it is basically something very similar like Total War in terms of an idea. It doesn't have the campaign map, but I'm talking battles here. So anyway, they've come and I will charge them with the intention, like the idea behind this whole shebang is to get them to charge me. If I can't get them to charge me, then I'm in a pretty big trouble. There we go, come on boys, come on.
A unit has used all available ammunition. Understood. All right. Heavy. As you command.
Cavalry died too quickly against archers, so I'm not gonna use my general because of that. Thankfully, in Warhammer, generals will actually have fucking HP. Thanks for realizing that just having generals potentially die like a regular unit was not your brightest idea. Because there's just so much morale, and especially in like Rome 2 and Attila, there's just so much morale associated with the general. I mean, the general does have a powerful unit, but there's such morale associated with it. You can win it on number 10 to fucking 1 by killing the enemy general. And you can lose when you number the enemy 10 to 1 in the similar fashion. Now that's dealt with. I could chase them down. Fuck that. No, there's too few of them. It doesn't justify it. I'm gonna take my general. I'm gonna take my melee. I'm gonna charge. They're getting hit by range fire, but going in the rain did give me a pretty big advantage.
Our general is under attack.
Like, look at my casualties. Besides these guys, I've taken very low casualties so far.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives. Run there for blood of battle. Yes, Commander. Swift riders enter command. For glory. The men are broken and running for their lives. Enemy units have been rallied. Swift melee cavalry. We hunger for blood and battle. Archers! Missile riders! Kill! Order understood. Our forces have found their courage. Back to the fight. We'll kill them all. Melee cavalry ready. We have gained the upper hand. Battle. The general has been killed. Excellent victory. This is your day.
That was a tense fight to their general. Could have lost mine easily there. If I had, I would have lost the battle. Not, you know, at the point where I actually killed their general, but before that, while my main infantry line was engaging his, yeah. So the first blow, and this is the entire Westphalian army. They've got nothing beyond this. Alright. Close victory. Yeah. This is what you call a close victory. The entire enemy army annihilated. Okay then. Let's, well, I can get money, but that would cost me integrity, which would not be a good idea. And you, sir, are not going anywhere. You are going to die. Here, now.
At your command.
There we go.
Ready for orders. Waiting for orders.
More units and churches, after all. Those churches need to be built. And they will.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle. Ready for orders. Let them cower like kennelled dogs! Besieging settlement! Hear us, Lord! At your command. You will march till your feet.
That may have been a mistake, which I may or may not end up paying for. Ooh, would have expected them to move on. The question is, do I risk it to destroy the Angrian army? I know they won't continue the siege. I am aware that they will not continue the siege. But I could obliterate them, then march on their capital. Do I take that chance? Do I do that? Because I'm not in such a bad position here. Like, I could just draw them in, take them out the range fire. Well, that's something I'll have to see about, won't I? Anyway, that's really about it for now, I argue. I mean, there's this settlement here. No, let's... Can we take it even? I'll reload if it fails, but... Yeah, I was fairly certain that that would work.
Ready for orders. At your command.
And their other army is not gonna stand much of a chance, is it? So yeah, that's one affair. Aquitaine is done for, really. They don't stand a chance. Bloody hell, you'd have to be incompetent. If you don't destroy it, Charlemagne will, so you need to wipe these guys out as quickly as possible. And, you know, this is, like, West Aquitaine, and this is Gascony. Like, Gascony itself, yeah. Gascony is split up between the Duchy of Gascony, which, by the way, Charlemagne is at war with. I'm gonna ignore them. I'll take Bordeaux, though. Why Bordeaux? Because Bordeaux is useful. City. And it will prevent Charlemagne from having control of the entire province. I'm not sure how that will work. They said events or something, but we'll see. Anyway, Costin here on Serious Gaming, signing out.